Hey, I wanted to talk to you about the difference between an interior angle and an exterior angle. If you are creating some kind of closed figure, that would be a polygon. So it's kind of common sense that if the angle is inside of it, for example, this right here is a 90-degree angle. So this 90-degree angle is an interior angle since it's inside the rectangle. But if you went through and extended a side length out like they did here, and you found the angle on the outside of the polygon, then that would be considered an exterior angle. So the interior angle is inside the closed figure, and the exterior angle is formed when you extend a side out. So the confusing thing is sometimes I like to think, well, I'm going to extend this out and extend this out. Well, you don't want to make a crisscross. So you pick one piece to extend out. So if I extend this side out, this is the interior angle, and this piece right here is the exterior angle. So that's kind of what you look on that part. So you're going to be studying about triangles. So when I'm looking at proving triangles, the sum, there's different ways of doing it. I'm going to have you do it with paper. But if you were able to have a computer program that's interactive like this one, you can see that no matter what shape and size that I make this triangle look like, the sum will always stay that constant number 180. So if you know that, then you can go back and figure out pretty much any interior sum of any polygon. So if I'm going and looking at a quadrilateral, basically this is what they've done. You can take a quadrilateral, you can split it into two triangles. So these three angles come together to make 180, and the three angles of the other triangle at the bottom make 180. Well, 180 plus 180 makes 360. And no matter what your four-sided shape looks like, the sum will always add up to equal 360. So when I'm looking at making a five-sided shape, I'm able to split the five-sided shape into three triangles. And within each triangle, the interior angles make 180. Interior angles make 180. So 180 in sets of three is 540. Now, again, something you don't want to get confused on. They're not going crazy and drawing pieces all through there, because if I went from this corner to this corner, made the diagonal, then I've got angles that are formed by these intersecting lines, and those are not really considered the interior angles. So you're really trying to make the least number of triangles possible. So with that being said, you can take this table, and I would suggest putting this in your math notebook, having the shape, knowing how many sides, knowing what the sum is. A quadrilateral has four sides, the sum's 360. Pentagon has got five sides, that's 540. So when I'm looking at a hexagon and I try to figure out how many different triangles can I create, I can go there. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is the least number of triangles. So you're going to figure out that if I have a three-sided shape, I can have one triangle. If I have a four-sided shape and I do corner to corner, I can make two triangles. This will give me three triangles, and then that's four triangles. Just looking at the pattern of the numbers, I discover that however many sides that they give me, there's always two less of the number of triangles. So if I'm having a nine-sided shape, I automatically know there's going to be 7 triangles. Thus, in that formula, they always take the number of sides, subtract 2 first, then multiply it by 180. Now, this will always give you the sum, but there's one column here that says if it is a regular polygon. So you have to kind of understand what a regular polygon is. All of these that they have drawn right here is a regular polygon. The triangles that I was moving around, the only one that's a regular triangle is an equilateral triangle. And equilateral means equal sides. And in this case, if a triangle has equal sides, they also have equal angles. Well, the easiest way to figure out how big each angle would be, I take the sum, I count how many angles there are, so there's 3 interior angles. I take 180, divide by 3, and that's how they're giving me that each angle is going to be 60 degrees. If I have 4 angles, I've got 4 interior, I take 360, divide by 4, and that would give me 90. If all the angles are the same size. 540, there are 5 interior angles, and 540 divided by 5 gives you 108. Therefore, that's how they're getting this formula right here. You take the number of sides, subtract 2, because that tells you how many triangles are in the shape. So you take the number of triangles, you multiply by 180, and if you're trying to find one angle, if it's regular, then you divide by how many angles there were. So that's pretty much a table that I would say suggest put in your math notebook along with these formulas right here.